So I have brushed her hair and prepped it for braiding the cornrows to prevent any discomfort that she might have if I had left it tangly or unbrushed it and allowed it to get tangled. Okay, so we're going to begin parting. Please tilt your head to the side. Okay. So what you want to do first is actually tilt your head center. You're going to want to follow all the way up from her nose bridge and make a nice center part in the center of her head, or their head. Like that. Go all the way down the back of the head. Get a rough part done. You want to at the beginning. And then when you go in with your edge control, eco gel, whatever you want to use on their hair, then you can go in and make it more perfect. When you're doing your parting, you want to make sure that you're being gentle and not scraping into the head, into your client's head, because it can be very uncomfortable and very painful when you have a small thing jabbing into your head while they're pulling your hair apart. Once you get your center part done, you might want to take a brush and you kind of want to brush the sides off to make them nice and tangled and even. And don't snarl and pull at the hair. Try to get it flat at the top of the head to make it look nice and even. And then afterwards, you're going to want to go down and brush out the ends of the hair. What you're going to want to do is you want to pick a side that you're going to braid on, that you're going to start braiding on. I'm going to pick my left side, and I'm going to put my right side in a ponytail to keep it out of my way. And one thing that you'll notice is that if you're working with a Caucasian client, their hair is not going to stay in clips as well as someone of another ethnicity. So basically in this part of the video, I am parting her hair into two sections to begin braiding, and I'm going to eco gel the part like I did in the middle part, and I'm going to make sure that all of her hairs are divided and it's not super messy and gross looking in the center. So I've parted her hair into two sections down the back, and I've done kind of like a curved pattern, and it's going to sit right in the center of this. And her hair is very thin, so I have to do a larger braid and only do 4 of them, so that way the braid actually looked somewhat full. And so I'm going to start it now, right up here. Right up here, I'm going to start her braid and bring it down and then over like that. So that way it follows the shape of her head and gets all these little baby hairs that she has in. But we're going to leave some of those out so we can lay her edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of eco gel, and I'm going to, and you can take whatever kind of styling gel you want. You want to make sure all these little baby hairs that couldn't fit into the ponytail are slicked over. What you're going to do is you're going to take this right here, this little section that you have. If you're doing something along these lines, you're going to take your 3 sections like this, and you're going to start cornrowing as you normally would with any other hair type. What you're going to want to do is, instead of being able to pick it up with the motion, I've realized right here that I was going to need to add in some fake synthetic hair textures. You're going to want to move the hair and then pick it up with your other hand. She has thinner hair, is I'm going to take it at the beginning of her braid to help her hair have a little bit of thickness while I'm braiding it. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold it like you're going to start a box braid. And you're going to pick up the 3 strands that you're going to use. You're gonna pick up that and you're gonna divide it into 3 sections like you would for a braid. And you're gonna grab the center one like you would for a box braid. Then grab it like you would for a regular cornrow. What you're gonna do is you're gonna want to keep tension on their head without hurting your client. And you're gonna want to continue to braid down. But what you're going to want to do is, instead of using the regular pickup method with your fingers while you're weaving the 3 sections, you're going to want to take your other finger and you're going to want to pick up that hair and slide it in there to keep good tension without hurting them. And you're going to continue that all the way down their head. Okay, now we're going to switch. So this right here is one braid all complete. As you notice, there were some little bumps and stuff right here, but I just took a toothbrush with some Eco Gel and I kind of just pulled it down to flatten it out, but not to make it look gross. And then up here, I kind of just later edges, brought them down in a U kind of form and tucked them back up in here like that. And that right there is one cornrow all complete. I'm going to do this one right here off camera, and then I will start it on time lapse, and then I will finish it off camera and show you guys the finish. As you can see at the beginning of this portion, I kept having to restart her braid in the beginning because of the fake hair kept slipping off of her natural hair, and that is because she has a slipperier texture hair. But once you get going further down the braid and you get that first part to stick to it, it just braids like regular other textured hair. So we finished her 2 cornrows. They are done. She has them, and they've been all slicked. I again used my toothbrush just to bring in all of these little baby hairs that are kind of sticking out and stuff like that. Just because she does have thinner hair, it's going to bump a little bit. But if you slick it down with a toothbrush or a tool of some sort, then it should slick them down and they should look really good. And that's it for you guys for the video. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go finish her 2 cornrows and White Boy Braids on Instagram. And if you want to follow me on Snapchat to see other things that I do for braiding, it's gonna be white, capital B, capital B. Bye.